Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of an old European kingdom, lived a girl named Cinderella. She swept floors and tended fires, yet her heart remained full of light. For Cinderella believed that kindness, even in the darkest place, could still bloom. Her stepmother ruled the house with a voice sharp as glass, and her two daughters laughed at every cruel word. They saw Cinderella not as family, but as a servant beneath their heels. One morning, the sound of hoofbeats echoed down the lane. A royal messenger arrived, scroll sealed in gold, an invitation to a grand ball at the palace. Every maiden in the kingdom was invited, for the prince would choose his bride. The stepsisters shrieked with delight, dreaming of crowns and jewels. Cinderella smiled quietly. She too dreamed not of riches, but of a single night, free from cinders. When the last hoofbeat faded into the distance, silence filled the house. She sat by the fire and wept, her tears glimmering like pearls on the ashes. "If only I could see the palace just once," she whispered. "Why so many tears, my dear?" said a voice soft as moonlight. From the shimmer of candlelight, a woman appeared, her silver hair glowing, her gown alive with stars. "You shall go to the ball," she said, "for kindness must never be forgotten." With a wave of her wand, magic swirled through the air like music. Light circled Cinderella. Her rags shimmered and reformed into silk the color of dawn. Glass slippers sparkled at her feet. A pumpkin became a carriage. Mice turned to horses. Dreams turned to reality. "But remember," said the fairy godmother, "when the clock strikes 12, the spell will break." Cinderella bowed. "Thank you," she whispered. The palace shone like a dream as she entered. Every gaze turned toward her. The prince stood still and smiled. They danced beneath 1,000 lights, as if time itself had stopped. For the first time, Cinderella felt seen, not as a servant, but as herself. But then, the clock began to chime. 1, 2, 3, "I must go," she cried. She raced down the marble stairs, the prince calling after her. In her hurry, she left behind a single glass slipper, gleaming on the step beneath the moonlight. The next day, the prince searched every home in the kingdom. When he came to the cottage, shyly Cinderella stepped forward. The glass slipper fit perfectly, shining like dawn through the clouds. Soon, the palace bells rang with joy. Cinderella and the prince stood beneath white blossoms, promising a kingdom of kindness. And so she learned, true magic lies not in glass or gold, but in a heart that stays kind, even when covered in ashes. And they lived, as all dreamers hope to, happily ever after.